I'm Rich Garcia. Coming up in sports, the final two teams punch their tickets to the AFC and NFC championship games. New England, Houston, Seattle, Atlanta. The highlights and the answers are coming up next in sports. When the New England Patriots played the Houston Texans earlier this season, it was a good old-fashioned woodshed beating. The Patriots spanked the Texans 42-14 a little over a month ago, so Houston was trying to flip the script at Foxborough tonight. Tom Brady trying to win an NFL record 17 playoff games. The Patriots up 10-3. Shane Vereen gets in the end zone untouched. Vereen had himself quite a day, 17-3 Pats, but the Texans wouldn't go quietly. Arian Foster in from 1 yard out, 17-10 Patriots, but the Pats take control. Brady to Brandon Lloyd on the nice little bubble screen. He saunters in, 31-13 New England. Now, I told you Shane Vereen had quite a day. I didn't lie. This is called delivering on the promise. Vereen gets his third touchdown of the day. Patriots win 41-28 and are in the AFC Championship game at home against the Baltimore Ravens next week. Here's Tom Terrific.
Well, I think the two best teams are in the finals, so Baltimore certainly deserves to be here, and so do we. So it's very fitting. We played them early in the year. They got us. We blew a pretty big lead there at the end. But, we're going to have to play our best game this week.
The NFC divisional game in Atlanta between a couple of birds. Seahawks at Falcons. Atlanta jumped out to an early 13-0 lead. Better make it 20-0. Matt Ryan finding Roddy White in the end zone. Atlanta all over Seattle, but the Seahawks made more than a game of it. They clawed their way back. Russell Wilson connects with Zach Miller for the easy 3-yard touchdown pass. Now it's 27-21. The Falcons' feathers a little ruffled. Next, Seattle's possession. Here's Wilson making something out of nothing, avoids the pressure and rolls out, finding Marshawn Lynch, who takes it up the sideline to the Falcons, too. They'd score and take the lead 28-27 with less than a minute left, but that was too much time for Matt Ryan. The Falcons get in field goal range, and Matt Bryant connects on the 49-yarder. That sends the Falcons to the NFC Championship game against the San Francisco 49ers next week at home.
Your past experiences kind of harden you. They make you a little bit tougher in those situations, and we know it's a difficult thing to do. It's difficult to win at this time of the year because you're playing against the best teams in the NFL. And with that in mind, if you have an opportunity with time still on the clock, you feel like you can get it done.
Well, there was only one undefeated team left in college basketball before today's game between second-ranked and unbeaten Michigan and 15th-ranked Ohio State. The Wolverines off to their best start in school history with a 16-0 record, but they were on the road in Columbus, where the Buckeyes are always tough. Ohio State went on a 16-0 run before halftime. That's Deshaun Thomas with the three from the wing, 34-15 Ohio State. Michigan coming back, but Sam Thompson with the transition, one-hand monster jam. That's sick. 46-43 Ohio State. Michigan ties the ball game. Glenn Robinson the third with the three-pointer. It's 46-46, but Ohio State makes their free throws down the stretch, and the Wolverines are undefeated no more. Final score 56-53 Buckeyes. To the NBA, where Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks hosting the Hornets in the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden. That's Carmelo. A little slow out of the gate. Here's Carmelo taking the runner and gets the bucket and the foul. 41-36 Knicks. They go on to win 100-87. That ends the Knicks losing streak at 3 games. Now, in case you missed it last night, let's go to Sacramento, where Miami's Mario Chalmers goes off.
DeBosch. Chalmers for 3. Kaboom! 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 Into getting off the plane tonight. There's another 3.
He tied an NBA record with 10 three-pointers in a single game, and I think the announcer also tied a record for kabooms, equaling any vintage Batman episode. By the way, the Heat also won on the road in a blowout, 128-99. Well, the NHL will officially start their abbreviated 48-game season this Saturday, January 19th, with a full slate of games. Both players and owners signed the deal late last night. And good news for local hockey fans. Tomorrow night, the Tampa Bay Lightning will be at Germain Arena skating on the Southwest Florida ice. It's the first of 4 practices, and it's open to the public. The Lightning will lace them up at 5:15 and will practice until 8:15. The following 3 days, they'll have morning practices.
Sure beats the 2.5-hour drive. Thank you so much, Rich.